Hello again, and welcome back to another daily technical analysis video. Today we'll be covering Ethereum. Okay, now again, we're looking at our daily time frames first, and we're going to work our way to the 4-hour and potentially on the hourly time frame. Now, as of right now, from the previous day, we had that strong buyout that we were expecting, and we are near the top of the level of resistance that we were actually targeting. Boom, like this one. We are at the golden pocket. There has been a rejection so far, and it has hit that daily pivot, which is a good sign to see. Now, one thing that I do want to note is the pivots are downtrending, the EMAs are downtrending, and the general gist of the price action is downtrending. But we do got to care that the momentum is starting to rise, and we have seen that breakout of the previous symmetrical triangle that we saw in the RSI. 1, 2, and now potentially a rise of it. We broke the median of the 50 of the RSI as well, so that could be pretty bullish for a signal. This could therefore be a leading indicator for a potential break of this triangle and therefore a reversal to the upside. But as of right now, because of those other conditions I talked about, it is likely that, well, yeah, you want to be playing the probabilities of this trend that would be likely to see a break towards the downside. And because we are in a channel, we want to look for those shorts, sorry, not a channel, a triangle. Look for the shorts within the top of the range. And if we do break out, we can play that breakout and retest of it before continuing to the upside. But as of right now, we want to look for this and treat this as a resistance and see whether there's any shorting opportunities, especially on the lower time frames. Now, as for the stochastics, one thing I do want to know is to see whether there is any divergences. If we see the base is from here and the other base is right here. Now, the price action has declined generally towards the downside while the stochastic has risen. So if we do cross here, which is dependent in the next 7 hours, 7.5 hours, to see whether we do get that closure of a cross, we could see that as a bullish divergence, which is why we've already risen from there. And because of that bullish divergence, we could potentially see more of a rise. But again, this is the resistance. If we do continue this final rejection here, we would look for the continuation down towards the bottom of this trend line right here. Now we had those two, as you can see, this is a little bit of an awkward triangle because we did have wicks towards the bottom here, but we inevitably stopped at this level instead twice. Okay, so we could see that hit down here or even further down. That's the downside targets. Now if we did break, we did take an extension from the previous impulse. I believe it's from here. Yep, from the previous impulse. So if we did break, we would be looking for that $12,000. But we potentially, it doesn't seem likely right now at least, or we could aim for down here, something like this, 12, 13, 14,000, 1,400. But otherwise, if we do break above this pivot and the triangle top, we could see that retest of it before breaking towards the upside. And then when we do go to the upside, first target would be near the daily R1, which is in confluence with this daily level, as well as this 200 EMA red. And if we do break further, then we'd look for R2 and then the R3. Okay, but as of right now, we are just looking for this triangle, and if we break, then we break. Okay, now as of right now, on the 4-hour time frames, which we're going to move on to, we've seen that 1055 EMA play already out, and we are uptrending here. So it seems likely that we are going to continue to reach that target above, a little bit higher, given that the momentum is towards the upside too. So we got the momentum, the turning of the EMAs, as well as that price action rising in the target right here. Now, as of right now, general direction towards the upside, so there's no sign of topping. So we're actually going to move on to the hourly and see what's up. Given that the stochastics is in the oversold territory and has crossed down the 80, so it's like within the bullish territory, I could see some sort of consolidation pattern occur here before we do break towards the upside any further. Even on this breakout candle of this previous, I would say that's an ascending triangle. We see that a huge volume too, right? So the larger volume could signify, well, typically after a break and there's a large volume, similar to these two, I guess, then it consolidates for a little bit before continuing on to the pattern. Now on the 1 hour, again, the general directions towards the upside. We got rising EMAs in the bullish direction at the 2 o'clock. We get the uptrend. We also have a bullish RSI. Been bouncing off the 50 EMA for a while, so that could see the moving average. We could see further rise. Even now, depending on this candle closure in the next 35, we could consider it as a doji and a confirmation into the play towards the upside, but that depends on how this candle closes. And we do want to pay attention again to the stochastics because it could just range here for a little bit of time. Okay, so now that's it for Ethereum today. We are looking for that little bit of a rise within the next couple hours. And in general, we want to watch this critical area of resistance and see what happens to it, and to kind of gauge the direction for the next week. But that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. And please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Cheers.